This video is to demonstrate how to convert from degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. We have two examples to look at today. The first one asks us to convert 40 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. In order to convert between degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius, we're going to use this formula. Temperature Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8, which is equivalent to 9/5, times degrees Celsius plus 32 degrees. So that is the formula that we're going to use to convert from degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit, where F stands for degrees Fahrenheit and C stands for degrees Celsius. In this problem, we are given a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius. So what we want to do is put 40 in for the C and do the math to figure out the equivalent degrees Fahrenheit. So degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8 times 40 degrees Celsius plus 32. So 40 times 1.8 would be 72. So temperature Fahrenheit is equal to 72 degrees plus 32 more degrees. So the equivalent degrees Fahrenheit would be 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's equivalent to 40 degrees Celsius. The second problem we'll look at will be converting from degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. So just the reverse of what we had in the other example. So again, we are going to use the conversion formula. Temperature Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8 times C plus 32. My advice would just be to memorize that one formula, and in problems such as this, we want to know what C is, so what we could do is we could solve this equation for C and then input the temperature Fahrenheit for F and do the arithmetic to find C. So to solve for C, we'd first subtract both sides, 32 from both sides, since it does not have a C in it, and we would have F minus 32 is equal to 1.8 times C. So if we want to solve for C, we have to divide by 1.8. So temperature Fahrenheit, take away 32 degrees, divided by 1.8, that's the equivalent degrees Celsius. Again, I would not memorize both of those formulas. I would memorize the easier one, the one on top, and then just solve for C in the formula if you're given a degrees Fahrenheit. So now we could put 142 in for F, which we could have done originally, but we'll do it now. So we'll put 142 in for temperature Fahrenheit, take away 32 of those degrees, and divide it by 1.8, and that will give us the equivalent degrees Celsius. So 142, take away 32, that should work out to be a nice 110. But then to convert it to Celsius, we have to divide by 1.8. So divide by 1.8, and we get 61.1 repeating. 61.1 repeating. So since we get 61.1 repeating degrees Celsius, we have to read the directions. And it does say simplify your answer, type an integer or a decimal. Round to the nearest tenth as needed. So the nearest tenth means the first decimal point place. So we look at the second one, and since the second decimal place is also a 1, we do not round up, we round down. So our answer would be 61.1 degrees Celsius. One way we could check our answers to this problem is substitute it back into the original formula for C and see if we get something around 142 degrees Fahrenheit as our answer. And again, since 61.1 degrees Celsius is rounded, we're not going to come up with exactly 142 degrees Fahrenheit. But if you took that value for C, put it back into the equation at the top of the page, times it by 1.8, add 32, you'll get F as being very, very close to 142 degrees Fahrenheit.